Hello, BookTube. This is Aaron from Aaron Read a Book or Aaron Read a Book. Going to do a Friday reads today. It's going to be a bit of a short one though because I've been ill all week and I've got a cough, so I don't want to edit out loads of coughs. And also, the two books I've been reading are part of series, so I won't talk too much about them because people might want to read the first one in the series. But I'm going to start with a book haul because I have been doing my Secret Santa at work, and we have to do it in charity shops, and I can't go to charity shops without buying books. So I got some charity shop books, and I also got some off eBay as well. Um, the first one I got was The Prime Minister by Anthony Trollope. I really like these Oxford World classics, so I couldn't resist it, even though I think this is like number 4 or 5 in the Pallister series, and I haven't started it yet. But I know I'm going to read the series. I love Anthony Trollope, and I've got the first one ready, so I couldn't resist picking up this one for cheap, especially in a nice edition. And yeah, big Trollope fan. Um, the next thing I found was also part of the series actually, and that's it was luckily where I'm up to in the series, which is Real Tigers by Mick Herron. So this is the third book in the Slough House series. Um, uh, they've made this into a TV series with Gary Oldman, and I think they're just about to start this one, or they have started this one maybe now. I've read the first two, and I really enjoyed them. They're not like amazing, but they're quite funny, and it's a fun concept in that it's the rubbish spies, or the spies that not rubbish necessarily, but spies that have been kicked out of the main building of MI5. Is it MI5 or MI6? I can never remember which one. Um, but they've been kicked out of the main building, and they're in this sort of rubbish building called Slough House, and they're all the rejects, and they sort of have to band together to solve a crime or something. But yeah, it's a good series. It's funny. Definitely give the first one a go if you haven't. And the other two books I got in the mail were I wanted some winter reading, and they're also part of a series. So this is the Thrush Green series by Miss Reed, and these are just really like really nice additions. So this is the second book, Winter in Thrush Green. I'm definitely going to read this month because it just looks very cozy winter book to read, and it's quite funny how I read the first book, Thrush Green. It's sort of in the sun, sat on the field, and now it's only a couple of months later, and it's freezing in England. So this is perfect for the next one, and then the third one looks very wintry as well, and it's what's it called? News from Thrush Green. But I love the little sheep on it. Look how cute those sheep are. I I, I had to send a picture to my mum because she loves sheep. Um, yeah. So these such thin little things I might crack through both of them. You never know. What I have actually been reading is I finished Elizabeth Jane Howard's Caslett Chronicles with the fifth book, All Change. Won't talk about plot details because it's the fifth book, but basically, the children from the first book are now adults and they have children of their own. So the focus is still sort of on them, but as adults now. Um, and it's quite funny how like their children go through the same little arguments and stuff as they did when they were children. So these books are quite often they're mostly set around uh, sort of Christmases at their family home called Home Place, where their grandfather and grandma used to live. and this is like the final one where they're all going to meet up there for reasons because the company's not doing well and the company owns the house. So they're going through these issues and they're all meeting up for the last time at home place. And there's lots of sad stuff that happens, but lots of funny, fun stuff as well. And the children all argue on who gets to stay in what bedroom, as they were in the first book. But yeah, I love this book, and it does the series does sound kind of fluffy, but it does also deal with some really dark stuff as well. So um, I just love her as a writer. I can't wait to crack on with some of her standalone works now. And the other thing I've been reading is the 13th book in the series, which is Patrick O'Brian's The 13 Gun Salute, and it's the 13th book in the Aubrey Maturin series. This is a strange one because they're normally about battles and spies and things like that. Um, but they're also very Jane Austen. If you like Jane Austen, this is a very Jane Austen influenced series. This one's more about maturing as a naturalist so far. There's a lot of because they're in the Far East to on a diplomatic mission, um, and maturing sort of there's a great bits of nature writing in this where he's sort of meeting orangutans and stuff. But yeah, I'm on the last sort of 50 pages where it normally pace picks up normally, but yeah, an interesting, a different one. Considering it's 13 books in, I'm still really interested in every single one of these. And there is one other book that I've just started, but I'm only a couple of pages in, and that's a book from the library, and it's Legends and Lattes. I think if you're into fantasy, you will have heard about this book because it seems to have been like everywhere this year and last year. Is it? Or maybe last year, maybe just this year. But it's been marketed as the cozy fantasy. So that sounds pretty up my street because I love fantasy and I love cozy books. So we'll see how that goes. And if you've read that one, do let me know. Anyway, that's me. If you have read any of those books, let me know in the comments, especially the ones that I've hauled. I've heard The Prime Minister is one of Trollope's better novels. So if you've read that, I'm very interested. And if you've read the Slough House series, how far along are you with those? And why aren't all of you reading Elizabeth Jane Howard already? Get on with it. See you later, BookTube.